Milwaukee Tool came out with 3 new M18 Rover floodlights, and each one of them has kind of their little niche that they are filling. First, we have a compact with a USB charger. Now, that does not mean that you can charge the M18 battery. It means that you can run a USB-A or USB-C output to your phone, to your laptop, to your computer, whatever you'd like to do. And you can also run a light. Very simple. The second is going to be a clamping style floodlight. This guy is going to be 2,000 lumens. It's got a battery in the back, and it will clamp onto 1-inch pipe, 3-inch pipe, little pieces of anything back in there, dimensional lumber. It also has magnets that are pretty strong on the back. Pretty cool and unique light. Probably going to be great for construction. The last light that they have here is going to be their dual power 3-panel floodlight. So you can use this with a battery, or you can use this with AC power. And again, AC power is only going to power the lights, not going to charge your battery. This is going to be 4,500 lumen. Let's come in and take a close look at the compact. The M18 compact floodlight with USB charging. It's very small. It's model number 2359-20, bare tool, about $79. Comes with a rafter hook. That's going to be useful for someone in construction if you want to hang this, or if you have a place that you can put this guy up, hang it in your ceiling, turn it on, shine the light down. It's got 4 modes. It's going to have high, low, and medium, and kind of this ultra low mode, which is going to be 85 lumens. It's going to allow you to kind of have a night light per se in different areas. Again, this is a true view light, and it's going to allow you to differentiate the reds, the purples, and wires. So it's going to simulate more like a daylight. And what I like about this, very, very simple. Power on, power off, change the modes, and that's it. 2 buttons. Very, very, very simple. If you want to look on the other side, we have USB-A charging there with a rubber grommet over the top, USB-C charging next to it. So if we'd like to charge something, we'll just plug in a phone here, push our USB button, and we're charging. Again, super, super simple. Can easily turn that back off, no issue. If you'd like to remove this rafter hook from the side because it just isn't something that you're going to use, simple, 2 T8 bolts right there. Easy to use, compact, nice to store. We only have 2 connections here in the bottom, so it's not going to be a very smart light, but very, very simple to use. We're going to go over and shine that out a little bit later to give you an idea of its power output. Milwaukee's clamp style Rover light, which is 2,000 lumens. Very simple again to operate. Same power button to turn it on. 2,000 lumens on high, 6 hours on a 5 amp hour battery. Go to medium, it's 1,000 lumens here. That's going to go 12 hours on a 5 amp hour battery, and low is going to give you 24 hours, 500 lumens. Pretty sweet setup. I'm going to turn this guy off. This thing swivels around all kinds of places. You can put it backwards, forwards. You can get this anywhere you'd like to get it. And the clamp on this is pretty cool. You have a place for 1-inch tube, 3-inch tube, and then if you want to clamp onto some dimensional lumber, anything like that, this guy will grab right on there. If you look, here is a safety piece that's going to stop you from coming into contact with the battery. I think that's pretty important. This will take any battery that you'd like. I got a 5 amp hour in here now. Here is a 12 amp hour. Gets a little bit tight, but the good news that you have, it's not touching anywhere. So there is still kind of a roll cage around this battery. The heavier or the larger battery you get, the heavier this light is, and it is actually surprisingly heavy right off the bat. So if you're looking at a light, a very lightweight light, this is probably not it, but it has some clamping power to it, and it's going to stay wherever you put it. And there's also some magnets on the bottom, some pretty serious magnets. These magnets will allow you to put this up against something. I mean, as you can see, I can move this tool bench around, no issue. Yes, if I jerk on it, I can pull it off. I think that's part of the design, but that is pretty amazing how you could put this on something and then have these magnets hold it. I would not be afraid to put that on the top of my truck and roll down the highway, although you shouldn't do that. Speaking of strong magnets, we also have the dual power triple panel Rover here. We have magnets on the bottom. Those two are strong. Not quite as strong, in my opinion, as the other ones, but still something that is going to hold when needed. I mean, that's pretty significant. It's there. This one comes off a little bit easier. All you have to do is kind of lift up on the back or the sides and it will come off. But that's pretty significant for the magnets on the bottom. You also have a hanger if you'd like to hang this model so you can get these lights to shine around in different areas. Pretty sweet. This light, again, simple to operate. You have 3 buttons. Basically, you have a power on button and then a mode button. That's going to allow you to switch between different modes of the lights. Those are your 3 modes. Then you have 3 modes of brightness. So this guy is 4,500 lumens, 5 amp hour battery is going to run this about 3 hours. So we are rolling through some batteries here. 12 amp hour battery is going to get you close to a full day, a full 8-hour workday. Again, this guy swivels in so many different directions. You can get a lot of things going. You can put this guy in so many places that you can get light just about anywhere that you would like to, including pretty much 360. So lots of things you can do with this light, and it stows away neatly. Bring this guy back around, it clips into place. It's supposed to take a 9-foot drop. So I mean, we can drop this guy, IP54 rated. As you can see when I slammed that one down, this came out. Not a big deal. You're gonna be able to move, drop, do what you need to do with this light, and it's still going to work, and it does come with Milwaukee's 5-year warranty. In my opinion, all 3 lights here are pretty impressive. This is the compact at 1,000 lumens. We're just going to drop down 1. That's going to be medium. That's going to be low. Here's your ultra low. That is going to basically be for moving around, walking in different situations, but still for a 1,000 lumen light connected to a battery, this thing rocks it out. If we just move over to our 2,000 lumen light. This is the clamp light. We're on high, there's medium, there is low. Click again, we go back to high. Again, this thing still very, very impressive amount of light when we are in a very dim lit area. We just move over one more. Here we have the dual power triple panel. All panels facing forward at this point in time, all panels on. We are on high. There's medium, there's low. We're gonna go back to high, hit the mode button. That is the single center light. That is the 2 outside lights. And then we're back with all 3 lights. So we'll hit just the center light, drop down. Pretty significant outside lights. And again, all of the lights. These aren't your dad's flashlights, and we're in a new era of lighting. And no matter if you look at it in the actual light that's coming out in lumens, or if we look at it at how these lights fold up, the handles that are on top, the ease of use, the magnetics that are in there, the clamps that you can put them on in so many different places for construction, for working on cars, for doing anything that you need to do. Even hunting, camping, fishing, whatever you'd like. This stuff all has its place for the right person. And let me tell you, even some of these small lights like this compact Rover, to me, just really fits in if you want to keep a battery in your truck, or if you just want to throw this inside your pack out box and have it for when you'd like to use it in a small place, HVAC, anything like that. I mean, this stuff just is awesome. And I think that that's kind of the direction we're going. Connect these up to some pretty large batteries, use the supercharger to recharge them, and you can get some pretty good use out of any of these. The 12 amp hour battery is going to be recharged quite quickly on a supercharger if you're using the new Forge. And I think that the ability, or the fact that these can handle a significant drop, 9 feet, and that's a long ways for a light that weighs this much. I mean, this has got to be 10, 15 pounds. And I'll tell you, I mean, we can slam this guy around, and that's some pretty hard hits. Turn her back on, she's ready to rock and roll. I think that that says a lot to how these are built. And I like having tools like that you don't have to be afraid of actually using them. Very curious as to your comments on any of these lights. Which one's your favorite? You know, when you're looking at a $79 light, about a $129 light, about a $179 light, which one are you choosing? What do you think of those costs? Let me know in the bottom. Give me a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.